just want to. The vilotchild and sonicrider18 have requested that we start on time, so I just want to briefly showcase the seed because there's a couple numbers on here that I think are interesting.
Oh, I love that 100-acre.
Any
love it.
eaters in chat?
Yeah, yay!
Zadamataz sent me a seed where, or at least tried to send me a seed where he played a seed where it was an 800-acre. So it can be even higher, but this is by far the largest 100-acre wood I think I've seen in a tournament setting for Fresh Faces. So it's absurd.
I didn't know 100-acre could get bigger.
Yeah.
It went from 100-acre to 800 acres. Wow, that's
Wow.
Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, with that SCT being a 4, I'm calling it bait.
Yeah. It is interesting too. One thing to notice is levels. Levels are a 2. We know that in the past, levels, while only having a 2, have had things super deep on them, so it's always worth just keeping in the back of your mind, like, how can you progressively be leveling up along the way?
Well, the good thing about beginner settings is that you get a lot of experience along the way, so much so that you don't even need to really do a huge experience boost if you have to go deep for a lot of worlds, because you're just going to naturally collect it all the way. Like, yeah. But that's also depending if they have to go deep. But these are settings that may not, that are more likely you're not going deep for worlds. However, I say this knowing this top seed, we don't know what, it's either like OC or it's on drives for the proof, so.
Also, Ryder there with the SGC onks immediately ripping that. So we are representing the proper. All right, and Amber going to AG2. This is another equalizer. They're tracing over each other's foot.
This is gonna come down to just like this is close.
I'm thinking it's got to be on drives. Like, it was interesting not seeing Turek use a lot of wisdom form there, but we'll see where they go.
And going to SP for that. I like the SP play. You can use screens to level up Valor form and then level up Wisdom form, or one of the other. Doesn't matter which one. You level both up during this time frame.
Okay,
and then you go and hunt for Final Form. If Final Form is early, you've got level 6 forms incoming.
So this is not a bug. This is not them loading the seed in incorrectly. That is indeed a proof of non-existence in the GOA.
Yo, who put on crit bonuses? And
right?
Playing crit?
Oh my gosh.
So this is already, so instead of a 4 proof, we're down to a 3 proof game. Let's go.
We'd love to see that. That is so good.
You know what would be funny is if this bottom seed finishes before the top seed.
I have doubts that's gonna happen.
Yeah. No. At this point, I don't think so either. But it would be funny.
It would be funny.
It's interesting seeing Tureks using Master Form here and not. They don't have Wisdom at 5, do they?
I
can't really tell.
That looks like is that a 5?
No, it looks like a 2. It looks like a 2 to me.
That's a 2. Not even leveling Valor either, because that's at 4. Or did they level Valor for a little bit? I don't know exactly. So, kind of using that screen time just to kind of speed through it. I respect it. But at the same time, there's an auto limit, by the way, if they want to try that route. For about 5, maybe 6 levels if they get the Final Form here.
Yeah, and in the meantime, on the bottom screen, we have vilotchild pushing through Pride Lands, immediately going through. Not a bad call. A lot of checks, a lot of early. Although if you get some health bonuses, it could make your death beast a little late, but already paying out with a Magnet and a Peter Pan, so we love seeing those tools early.
And that Final Form was just in Communication Room.
Okay, so we're looking at...
I don't think... What's Tureks doing? Because doesn't... Okay,
I think we're leveling forms here, but I'm wondering why not just level these maybe in Land of Dragons. I guess because like going through anything else, you have to go through story flags and whatnot, and if you really just believe that the proof is on drives, you just want to go where the enemies are going to be plentiful.
I mean, that's not a bad option to think to your head. Like, it's probably on drives. The seed's been going on a while. The last proof has got to be somewhere where it's just tough to reach right now. Just because right now you think about it this way. There was no reason to really go further into screens like initially. There was
Oh my gosh,
6, by the way.
Master 6.
Okay.
So you needed 4 forms to finish this seed, which means...
Yep.
Wow, that's gross. Also, just as a shout out, we do have Magnera in Pridelands, which is always a lovely start to see. And 2 hints, SCT has limit form in for their seed.
Oh,
that's
yes!
so gross.
With the reflect in Beast Castle, so they have tools for days. That limit form might not be as necessary.
But STT being a 4 and knowing limits there, that's kind of nice to know. Right, Churk's taking the time to get some levels. I respect it. Makes sense.
So this was our joint tracker for the top race. So that means between Olympus Coliseum and Drives, there is a limit form and a torn page.
Can we know what?
We shouldn't know right now while Amber's still going.
That's fair. Amber also not knowing the DMs. Skip.
I did look it up though, but I can't. I'm not saying anything.
Fair enough. I am avoiding spoiling myself because that would be very silly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Doing a good job so far, though, of getting through Jafar. Finishing it up nice and clean. Torque's going into final fights. Agrabah hanging out with 3 reports, actually. Agrabah, are we getting into Paper World?
Oh, well, I didn't even realize Sonicrider already put stonks on their screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying
4
attention.
reports?
I'm just invested in these seeds.
We got a book going on right now.
One more. 5 for 5.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Amber going into World That Never Was, probably to level up Wisdom.
Oh, Kisu's going to appreciate this joke I want to make. I can't tell the difference between Agrabah and Wendy's, because this is a 4 for 4 if I've ever seen it.
So good. Amber
Dang,
leveling
Kisu isn't even
wisdom.
here to revel in my bad joke. I'm so sad.
Yo, hang on. I gotta go ping him real quick.
We have to go ping him. Or someone clip it so I can send it to him later.
Looks like Amber is equipped in a bunch of abilities. Trying, I think, to level wisdom form up a little bit, which makes sense. Again, knowing it's rough knowing that it's sitting on Master 6 and that it's still locked behind another drive form.
Yeah, I mean, what does Amber go for? Did Amber go for OC, or do they go for final form to try to get that Master 6 out of the way?
Going for OC? Okay. I mean,
fair play. You don't know how far the... I mean, I definitely prefer doing screens because you can get the levels up on Valor, finish leveling that up to at least 5. Same thing with Wisdom for 5, and then go maybe hunt 4 and hope it's early. That's kind of what I was hoping the racers would have done, like early on in the seed, possibly just go check for that final form. But it doesn't. Nope, it's not bad plays by any means. All right, it's just that these settings are so volatile. I mean, nothing's really ever a bad play.
Yeah. On the bottom half, though, it is to note that we already have the location of 2 of our torn pages. One is in LOD and one is in BC. So that 6 in 100 Acre is not looking nearly as scary, at least knowing initially where 2 of your pages are. So you know you have access to at least, what is that? 9 checks now, if you push in those specific areas. So, not too bad, all things considered. Just a matter of where those other 3 pages is, and immediately getting a blizzard out of LOD in the shotgun. Okay. Halloween Town also not paying out quite yet with anything good. A combination boost, which is okay, but nothing crazy. Amber taking the time also to level Master on Hydra, making good use of that Thunder. Really, really well done by Amber for sure. Let's see. Meanwhile, Sonic is finishing up Candy Cane Lane. Tureks Doing well, got through the core fight with no issues. We love to see that. Making good use of aerial finish, I guess. I still hate that ability.
Aerial finish is so good of an ability.
It honestly, in all reality, I was talking to somebody. It's not that bad. It's actually, it's a really good one. It's a lot of hits. Oh, anti-form! Oh no!
Oh! Yo, anti-form strats, let's go!
Honestly, this is going pretty well still, despite the anti-form.
Minus going into the wall. I mean, this is beginner mode. You probably won't even die even in anti-form. Anti-form is really just the, yeah, we're probably going to be able to die faster now kind of form, so... But even at beginner mode and with the stats, like... Not really.
The only struggle with anti-form is getting a finisher out.
Yeah.
But it looks like Torx is navigating it so well. About to finish through. Gets the final... Oh, yes, the final hit. There it is. Well done by Turex. Well done. Well done.
And Amber's about to go... I got through the second, I think, fight for OC2, so we'll be going for that first check. If it's good... about to say, you gotta go through that door first before you go to the save point.
And Vilotchild's about to have Magnega, by the way. We're not 10 minutes
this
into the
seed is
seed.
amazing.
Yeah, Halloween Town is paying out with the last magnet, so we love to see that.
Yo, early Magnega seeds are just fun.
It's actually... Here's the thing, that makes content clearing super interesting. You could do a lot of extended pushes for that now. Also getting a page on level 12, it looks like. So that's 3 of our pages.
Sonicrider also has that, so...
Yeah. Yep. Almost getting to the point where we...
And 2 reports in OC on that bottom one, too? Like, what? They're already having their book ready before too long.
Amber, by the way, potentially getting what was missing in Olympus Coliseum.
Yep, we're about to find out if it is on the Hades chat, or in the orange chat.
It's gonna be if it's here or it's on, it's either here or Hades, so... Looks like it's Hades.
Wow.
Dare would have lost this seed.
Yeah, same.
Well, technically, you didn't even need to touch OC for this seed.
No, but Dare pushed Hades super early in his race, so I'm saying that here you have a... If you would have pushed... I mean, Dare maybe wouldn't have lost, but would not have gotten the proof.
Turex about cleanly finishing up Armor Xemnas 2, doing a really good job. Going into final Xemnas, we are going to see by the time... Well, it depends. We might see... Are we going to get a good dome skip today? Any dome skippers?
Dome skippers?
It's the toughest part to get in Fresh Faces 2. This is the toughest fight.
Oh yeah. It is... Yeah. By no means is dome skip an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of time to really get it down. So anytime I see a Fresh Face pull it off, I'm super impressed and super proud of them. Yeah, and I know...
It takes a bit of time, but even like people who are just been playing a lot, they'll just get dome just every so often. It's not guaranteed every time. Sometimes it just doesn't work out every time.
And sometimes Xemnas just hangs out in the sky because you
Yeah. I also know that our Fresh Faces have been putting in a mountain of work to get better at these. So seeing their progress growing, and it's only going to keep growing over the coming weeks as we see more and more matches. These players are just going to keep getting better and better, and it's so cool to watch. It's one of the most amazing things. All right, going into a session.
The session was a bit early. Could have definitely pulled out the reflect into the session a little better on that end, but that's I mean,
nose to menu ethers though. Okay.
Very, very solid choice here.
Taking the extra damage.
Limit.
No,
I like this.
I like this.
I like this.
They might get it if they
triple reflect into session.
They know it. They know it. They know it.
Reflect session.
No, so close, so close.
Are we taking the dome?
What? This is a good question.
Yeah, you take the dome.
Oh.
Yep. Dying, it's
We're
faster.
Trying to
die, it's faster. Die, it's faster.
Oh wait, no, hang on. I think we were only pressing one of the buttons in the dome, so we are taking the dome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, limit was on Hades, by the way. That's disgusting.
Amber trying to get the limit levels. I think this is STT we're looking at here.
It is.
I think, yeah, that's STT Mansion. That's a good choice to go to STT Mansion because your drive just instantly is basically already refilled, and you can just spam limit over and over without having to kill off any ethers or anything like that. So,
Erdez, if you're in chat now, you can talk about where the Trinity limit is.
Oh god.
I saw it. It was in Tunnel Way of TT3.
Oh, so we had it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got it. Okay, I had missed it apparently.
No, they weren't getting it. If they didn't, because there was only a fire left.
Wait, so why we didn't? Nobody went to.
They did not pick up the. Nobody went to TT3. TT2 had
Oh,
everything
I thought
but
it
the
was
fire.
TT3 that Peter Pan was there. Oh, okay, I see. Got it.
TT3 is where it died, and we have. I'm trying to also keep an eye on the tracker down below as Torx is finishing out his seed. 100 Acre had 2 magics in its shotgun of Thunder and a Blizzard.
I want to make sure that we do quickly. I don't want to talk about too much about the bottom race because right now Turix just advanced to the top 16. I want to get some claps in
Congratulations
to Mr. Turix, who is actually our, I believe, is Mr. Turix our 1 seed? I think if I'm looking at the bracket correctly, if I remember, Mr. Turix was our 1 seed.
Yeah.
Super close race between the two of them.
Honestly, yeah. Huge congrats. It looks like Amber might be trying to finish it out.
Yeah, they're just. They could just be wondering where that proof is because they know they're just so close to seeing it, and then either finishing out the seed from there, or could just DNF right after because they know they can't catch back up at this point. I mean, it's just a fact that can't really. I'm not saying it to put them to put the player down. It's just at this point, yeah, the time's already well past now. So
I do want to give the vilotchild and sonicrider their 1v1 view, but before we move off of these two, first of all, congrats to Mr. Turix, and also Amber Exalta 4 has been a massive supporter of this event, both in the first iteration and in the second iteration, making the top 32 both times, and having contributed so much financially into the cause. So Amber Exalta 4, outstanding member of our community. Kept it very close despite being a 1 versus 32 seed race. So that's just a testament to how close these races are going to get as we progress more into the top 16, top 8, semifinals, and finals. It's only going to get closer. So with that, I'm ready to move back over to our bottom race, Violet and Sonic. So now you guys can say what you were going to say. Right
First of all, I need to address this. Sonic Rider, a man after my own heart, deliberately stopping to equip the aquamarine ring. I am a big fan of this. This is the right play.
Someone was in chat earlier.
I'm supposed to be a commentator right now and not supposed to show bias, but I can't help but now have to show bias.
Also, we have an early promise charm in DC Courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
Both racers have it now, and yep.
And we
Violet
know
Child.
that Levels is dead with a cure on it. Okay, so this seed is stacking up to be really interesting. We are down to 4 reports on Violet Child's side as well.
So no level 44 proof here either. But here's something that's fun. The STT with a 4, of course, that limit form there. That's just... That hurts. That hurts a bit.
It does. It does indeed. It could be another situation where you're staring it down, being like, I don't have Trinity, but I know it's there.
2 minutes for the next Gamba, everybody. Sorry, because I just wanted to make sure that everyone had a chance to Gamba if they wanted to, because we don't really have much time for the submission period.
Bet it all.
Gamba!
I don't. Let's see. I'm gonna vote. I gotta vote for the aquamarine ring man over there. I have no idea if this is gonna pay out, but I gotta spend my whole 188 points that I definitely did not spend more of trying to make aquamarine ring better. It is interesting, both racers pushing mouse push. It's a really good thing. It's definitely what I'd call an extended shotgun. Really good play, super easy to do past Pete. Get a nice quick 8 additional checks with the mini. So it's really always good to see people doing this, especially knowing even that DC's a 1. No sights on that fire though, so we're gonna have to see if it's in the waterway.
Also, I'm going to say this view is automatically now inferior because we cannot see stonks.
Yeah, you're right. Stonks are missing. We need the stonks. Where are the stonks, Roro? I paid good money for those stonks. I need them. It definitely would be interesting to see how to route this seed. I don't believe we've had any double hinted worlds yet. Despite all of the paper that's been thrown our way. Granted, it's kind of hard to keep track when you get this many hints out the start, so trying to keep track of what's all been hinted where is...
Well, good news, we finally found the first non-STT glide of the day in DC on Waterway.
Indeed we have. Love to see it. It is always nice to not have to worry about trying to find additional glides. Alright, Sonic going in, about to get their Magnega, their Peter Pan, and their paper. Still a 1 in Predlands, by the way, after all of that at Simba. And it'll be interesting to see where vilotchild decides he wants to go as well. Hasn't touched BC, hasn't touched Hollow Bastion, but has a lot of tools on the board. Could kind of go wherever they wanted to.
Yeah.
And especially, too, with, again, going back to that 100 acre, knowledge of where two additional pages are is always nice to have. So if you find one more, I would be tempted myself to go start looking and getting those other hinted pages just so I could check Spooky Cave.
Yeah, and we're about to get Magnega on Sonic Riders. Well, actually, Violet has knowledge and Magnega.
Yeah.
I mean, this seat's also turning into Curse of Ones already here.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Got plenty of ones already. It's looking kind of scary.
No. Vilotchild...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, Vilotchild doing something that some people might not be aware of. If you actually do a menu, start menu, after you pick up a glide, it will actually immediately enable that glide level up. So stopping and doing a quick opening the menu up whenever you get a new glide is always a good thing to do. Also trying to force final here. Not getting the best of luck.
Okay.
Kind of average luck, but still getting it at the end of the day.
I do want to point out that, courtesy of PG Joshua, we have the inverse of Stonks. We have Sag TT, also in the Better TTV collection. So you can cast your predictions with emotes now about Sag TT or Stonks.
Let's go.
Okay, so gonna need to eventually set up a Gamba for either STT Onks or Sag TT.
Yes. That needs to be the next Gamba. All right.
Well, we've only got predictions on people right now, or on the people.
Yeah. Come on, Twitch, be a better platform. Allow us to do more channel point money spending.
No, Walpy, no. There will be no. You already have what is it?
This TT.
No,
you have this
Lord.
place. You already have this place. You do not need this TT.
You already have me
doesn't need this
cosplaying as
TT.
that for the Valentine's Day tourney. Is that not enough?
No, he needs that TT and those TTs.
He'll be in the lab. No. Oh no.
All right, both
Wolfie
racers going into Hollow Bastion. Vilotchild making good use of those nobodies at the start, getting that just nice quick final form level. Looks like Sonic Rider gonna do the same. And Vilotchild pushing and doing Bailey. Makes sense with Magnega. Might as well. It's gonna be quick.
Oh, I
Spam a
thought y'all
couple
were about to pull out the Scooby-Doo suit again and the
Oh,
Shaggy
no.
costume.
We might do that. That's all we need is a blonde wig, and our costume is complete again. That Scooby-Doo head is the size of a pumpkin, though. Let me tell you what. I don't know.
If this is not a reason to follow Roro Maniac, outside of this tournament, I don't know what is. You've got to see that Scooby-Doo head when it comes around to Halloween.
I might just pull it out just for fun. Just like, this is what I just threw this on.
Save it for grand finals.
Ooh! Vilotchild making good use of the wisdom form picked up in the PR and using it on the BC fight here. Gonna get up to, I think, level 5. Oh, just short. But still, 4 initial levels on wisdom. Super early. Well played. And dipping out before Bailey. Where? Oh no. The Master Form is in the Bailey fight. So that's good.
Okay, yeah. Which, I mean, with the tools they've got, it's very quick Bailey, so... Yeah. No,
Yeah. I would do it.
This is very, I would argue, very enjoyable seed.
Yeah.
So far.
We'll see how far Vilotchild wants to go here. Could see a thresholder push, which could be fun. Alright. We gotta know, though, like, arguably, best boss in Kingdom Hearts 2. What do we got?
Oh.
Normal boss. No datas, no anything.
That's all the fun taken out of it.
No, that's
no
not
super
entirely
bosses.
true.
Gotta get people prepped for those hot take opinions here.
I mean, mine's not even like a hot take, because like my boss is tied to like my favorite boss in KH2 Rando is tied to like when I first started learning the tech. So I guess like Prison Keeper is probably my favorite, not because of anything that like first of all it's kind of creative that the boss has different phases and they can change like the order in which they appear. But I also learned how powerful Jack's limit was, or just any limit was during that fight. And also, like, people neglected to do Prison Keeper until, like, the very end of League Seed, so that was, like, my one boss. That was, like, my metagame, if you will. So Prison Keeper was would probably be my answer.
Also,
I feel like I've got 2 of them. One in a vanilla standpoint and one in a rando standpoint. I feel like rando-wise, I like Final Zemnis, just because when I actually learned how to, you know, be much better at the game. Not good, I'm still pretty bad. It's very much an enjoyable fight when, like, everything just kind of works your way. Now, vanilla-wise, I had to say Roxas. It's just, to me, it's annoying of a fight, but it's just a little more fun for me in a vanilla, like, gameplay. So,
I'm gonna be a weirdo, as per usual, because I have some strange opinions on bosses.
Yeah, like the Aquamarine Ring.
Oh, okay, hold on. There's nothing wrong with the Aquamarine Ring. We've gone down this rabbit hole too many times, so... No, I actually, unironically, love Experiment. And I used to not be the biggest fan until Boss Enemy Rando, and then I found out just how fun that boss could be. And I love the heck out of the way it goes. It is jank as all get out, and that's what makes it fun.
The devs also made it so that you don't crash on the final dance call anymore. So now that fight is so nice.
It's true. Also, just as a quick thing, we did find a second glide in HB2 along with a cure in Mom's chest, or Tifa's chest, sorry. But also double reflect in BC along with a guard break. So we do have a finisher.
Did you just pop a mom joke during that?
What? Me? Never. I don't make jokes.
I almost spit up my drink.
And
there's a glide on Final 4.
Oh, wow.
So we have all of our glides.
There's a current glide diff going on with Sonic Rider having glide 4.
And Final 5, nothing to be seen.
We have Form Roulette diff also, because we have Wisdom versus Final right now for these two.
Yeah.
Also, wait, double reflect in Beast Castle?
Yup.
Wow. Make it triple.
That is awful.
Oh my god!
What a Final Form location! We love to see it. We love it.
Beautiful.
On the station fight, best place. We love Final Form. If in case people haven't figured it out by now, Rando is sentient.
Now here's something else I kind of am hoping that the racers do.
Oh,
proof
proof.
in BC again. Wait, was that on last seed? I don't know. Everything's
There
my
was
God.
a proof. I think it's the same chest too.
Yo,
Botters
Botters.
paying out.
Now here's something like normally I wouldn't be a fan of doing like OC or LOD under most circumstances in these seeds, but with Magnega, you can clear through a lot of that content so fast. I feel like just going on ahead and knocking out LOD and OC might be a great play.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I mean, that's one of those things like you think that they may not even touch those worlds normally, but I mean, with Magnega, think about it, maybe it's there. I mean, a lot of these numbers are already dwindling already, so I mean, and we got another TT push here.
Yeah. It
Which,
should
I mean,
be
good.
noted,
Get
Sonic
final
Rider did not go up the tower, so could see Violet going up the tower here.
But Sonic Rider about to follow up and get the probably get the proof of in BC also. So yeah, this three proof seed, it's we only got one left, and I mean, there's still like not a lot of spots to check now. I mean, there's still plenty to go through, but like at this point, you just have to clear through worlds now. So.
Yeah, and this is where your comment on doing OC with that Magnega is a good shout. Just, I'd be, you could always visit the family and trust in that one, but the 3 is pretty juicy right now. Let's see.
I mean, arguably, you have it as fast as you would want it. Worst case, I mean, in the case of Sonic Rider, they have like a level 1 Wisdom. Use Wisdom Form right there and get a few levels off of it.
Vilotchild finding out the best joke of the century of this game. That final form.
At least they had Light and Dark.
It's true. Without Light and Dark, I don't know how soon we'd see these racers pushing into, particularly, Twilight Town. It is, at that point, it was a 2 before that check, so it's maybe not be the highest priority if you're just looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
No! You broke the buddy box!
So, your Aquamarine buddy, huh?
I'm torn, but I like the Aquamarine more, so it gets a pass for now. For now. Might have a conversation with it later, though. Just a quiet little sit down.
Okay, Vilotchild climbing the tower. I respect
Makes
it.
sense.
I mean, yeah, there's still one check out there. It could just be literally at the top of the tower, and you're free from having to touch TT the rest of the season.
It's a good place for wisdom.
Yeah. In the back of my mind, like if I'm playing the seed, the LOD is starting to scare me a little bit because this 4 on 100 Acre cannot be a report, right? So I would prioritize the page, but I also do kind of respect like trying to go for the raw checks per minute as well in the hopes that you find one of the other 2 torn pages as well. So
yeah?
This makes sense to me. But my rando racer itch is screaming to go LOD, and that's coming from me. That's coming from someone who doesn't want to go see the family. None of that. And I'm still itching to go to LOD.
I usually don't want to touch LOD or OC, but that Magnega just kind of... That's the one thing that just kind of flips for me. It makes me think, maybe I should go touch those worlds. There's not really much I can say I can make go faster at this point, so... Because the worlds just usually feel slow. However, after a bunch of time spent in 1 hour, yeah, I have more appreciation for LOD lately, so...
Mm-hmm.
And we get an OC push from Sonic Rider.
Let's go.
Possibly. Wait a minute, they're in the shop right now, but I think they're just maybe getting...
Just because I think it's interesting, I do want to quickly point out something about the previous race.
No! All right, never mind. They're banned.
It's been sold!
They broke the buddy box, they sold the ring, we're dead.
I need these.
We're done.
I need this. Yo, can some of y'all clip that, please? Selling of
we're
the
done.
Aquamarine ring?
No, can I
You
change my
scared
vote?
me. I was like looking at the tracker because I was looking at something else. I was like, what did I miss? I'm looking at the tracker and I don't see any changes in this.
No, the ring has been sold.
Just one note about the previous race. Amber Exalted 4 is now on Engine Core. And you might be thinking that Amber only had one check left. How did this happen? Amber has had the most egregious luck with Form Roulette. We found the last torn page on Limit 6. Amber's form levels are 777 for Valor Wisdom Limit, 6 on Master, and 4 on Final. So Amber has unfortunately lost Form Roulette. But Amber is still going and will be finishing out the seed. So massive props to Amber.
Honestly. And here's the thing, too, that as random as these settings are, it does teach you, I think, one of the core fundamentals of Rando that does happen is you just get randoed sometimes.
Yes.
Like, I have had it happen to me, Cal has had it happen, you've had it happen. It is what it is. Like, there are just situations, you can't avoid it. Could be forms, could be somebody God routed a seed. It's good. So, having the experience of that you could, and again, I will commend her. She played exceptionally well throughout this entire seed. So, it just comes down to luck of the draw sometimes, and it is what it is.
We do have a clip of the ring being sold, so...
And me screaming and being very sad. My heart is forever shattered. They wore it, they gave me false hope, and then they sold it. It just... Also, nothing in TT2. Going into TT3, Sunset Terrace, negative combo and experience boost, both sitting there. Is that our second experience boost? Because I think I saw one on a Keyblade.
I thought you were right, too. I thought it was an ability. I thought we had 2 experience boost abilities.
Oh, you could be right. I missed it.
Not that it's particularly going to matter. Their stats are starting to climb pretty well. Maybe it could be a little better, but... Levels are dead, so I don't see the instantaneous need to push levels. And Screens is also dead. Or Space Paranoids, rather.
Also, OC also starting to look like a bit of a book now.
Oh, man. Too many novels. And I can't read.
Too many novels. It's okay, Rotor. We all knew this.
Reading is hard, man.
Not blaming it. I'm sitting here with a mountain of textbooks sitting in front of me, and I'm definitely not avoiding doing schoolwork because I don't want to read. All right, so pushing TT3, making good use of final form here. A fun tech people might, and some of these restrictions might not be aware about. If you actually do jump Magnera, you don't get caught in that animation. It actually cancels when you hit the ground, so you can just jump and spam Magnera in final. It's a super fast way to get through things. Using regular Magnera here works just as well. It's really, really effective. Just a fun little thing to be thinking about. The key chest strikes again. Wait, was there a proof in the key chest? Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
that's it.
This might be Joker.
Oh, we started with the proof. I was like, how did this happen? I was like, how did we go from 2 proofs to 4? But I forgot we started with a proof.
Yep. This is a good old 3-proof seed. 3-proof seed.
Good old 3-proof seed.
I was busy doing something real quick. Sorry. I went kind of silent.
How dare you? You're supposed to be my partner, my commentator. How are we supposed to do this?
Calat with a $24 donation. Thank you so much. I should probably read the messages that people have been saying, huh?
In this case, it would be beneficial to why I donated $24.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, I know exactly why.
Oh wait, it's because it's like what, $1 for every 10 money for the aquamarine ring? Is that it?
Well, I thought $2.40 would be way too low.
Oh man. Alright. Vilotchild going into OC, and Sonicrider taking the time to just get some levels. I respect it. Definitely not. I think they're above the floor now, right? with all their stats. I can't remember what the exact floor is. There is a wonderful spreadsheet. Who made that spreadsheet?
What spreadsheet?
The spreadsheet with all the damage floors and like for stats and stuff.
VG Master.
VG Master.
The master himself.
Made an incredible spreadsheet. I believe it's pinned in one of the Discord channels.
I have it on hand. It's
curious.
pinned in my Google Chrome because I rely on it way too much. Because anytime I do
Also,
super bosses, I need to know.
Also,
Fair
a
enough.
little lore. If you happen to find the Master's Ring, just remember that's VG's ring.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
But
VG
Violet Child going through OC, unfortunately for them, I think it's a bit late on that end. Like, it just happens. It just comes
Get
down to the
randoed.
choices made. Yep, get randomed. That's most of these settings in a nutshell. Sometimes it comes down to just having getting the formula right. Sometimes it just comes down to just going the right world. I mean, maybe even some little insignificant things like that you would think might be insignificant, but like a mouse push could cost you completely. I mean, yeah.
The beast
I like
connection
this.
proof, I managed to somehow like not comment on this because I missed that we started with the proof, because I think it's the only time this tournament we've started with the proof. Because you don't have any crit bonuses, so it's less likely that you do. But getting that proof of connection really did change the whole dynamic of this particular seed, right? Because you don't have 4 proofs to find anymore. So like once you have like
You mean
that...
the proof of non?
No, I'm saying once we found the proof of connection, because we started with the proof of none, you were down to your like raw CPM get and go mode phase. So I feel like somehow I even though I managed to miss it, like the last 15 minutes, we were very much in just go for raw CPM mode just to get that last proof and put yourself in go mode.
Yeah. Also, just going to make a comment. Sonicrider making very, very good use of Stitch for both the little guys on the outside of the engine core and the engine core fight, so he can be able to spam just a ton of Magnegas with all that magic as well, just blasting through these enemies. So really well done.
Another thing, going to your point with like the whole like proof, like that was already basically found, and how going into go mode, like, how you feel like you're going into your go mode a little earlier. In a lot of the crit seeds that are ran, like when we have 3 proofs, usually at 2 proofs, it's just a sign for literally every racer, just go hit World That Never Was.
Yeah.
Also because a lot of the times you have to go through up there, do final fights, you have to enter through the door up there.
Yep.
And it just you start with the proof. You're basically on like, you're almost like your brain immediately just kind of like ticks a little bit. Like you're thinking, time to start thinking go mode. Like because that's when you see a proof that early, like before you even start effectively. I mean, that's just kind of it. If you see one other proof, most enemy racers hitting World That Never Was up because there's likely. It could potentially have just been there. Now, in these settings, it doesn't matter too much. It's just something to kind of think about with like other racers. And Violet Child's about to be hitting up that key chest.
Getting through armors on this one on Sonicrider's side, super well done. It is something to consider, yeah, especially when you hit that kind of that go mode mindset. It is always. It really comes down, the checks per minute approach versus where important checks are is really, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to make, especially when you're down to that 1 proof. I do not envy the races being in this position. However, I will say, I think this is the closest we've had to a straight up go mode seed in these settings thus far. This might be our fastest seed.
Of this tournament, obviously, the
Yeah.
FF1 have had some pretty much faster seeds than this.
Then this!
But no, I think this is one of the first times in all of these settings I've just seen the racers starting with the proof. Like, this is, considering there's only 3 potential checks for it to happen out of the hundreds of so checks. I wonder if I can just pull that up on the track. Or on the generator to see how many it actually is that are selected with these settings.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that just type of percentage just doesn't happen. When crit bonuses are in, you have better shot of it seeing it. Like, looks like it says
Amber rating with the party of 4. Thank you so much. Huge GG's. Well played in your seed. Congrats for finishing it out.
I'm
almost scared to ask, but what did you think of the seed?
Okay. I looked at it real quick. Out of the number of locations, it is 456 locations. So,
wow.
Yeah, we're talking out of the 3 checks, one of them being a proof is just very difficult to believe.
Oh no. All my seed rolling proficiency is coming into question. Oh no.
Yeah, we have this thing called the Roro emote. That's basically how it started with FF1 after the Go mode seed. We were all going Roro ... Especially after that chopping block seed. However, of course, that Go mode seed was not the fault of Roros. It was the fault of some other TO. That TO somewhere over in the chat.
No, the chopping block seed was mine.
Yes, no, but the Go mode seed for the qualifier was
hold up. We gotta
this TO around here who's probably still lurking in the chat.
We got just as a note, we do have. Yep, we were going for dome skip. He is in the phase. Does not. Just takes damage.
Unfortunately, that first reflect didn't do damage, so the session didn't quite land the. We didn't get down to the HP. What? The reflect that we needed to do the dome skip did not land, so that's how we ended up here. But honestly, dome or not, beautiful execution will be done under 43 minutes, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, this should definitely be a sub 43 minute seed, I think. But no, taking the dome, good choice in this case. I mean, I don't think Violet's going to be able to catch up now, so.
Yeah. Well, Violet's loadless. It was. Violet's loadless is already ahead, so he would have to get through AX1, AX2, and Finals M before the end of this dome, which I don't think is possible. Happening.
No, AX2 takes up the majority of your time getting just to, like, all the way there, so.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Really well played by both these racers to navigate such a fast seed as well. Really well played, and a really good setup for the dome skip by Sonic Rider. Just unfortunate that reflect did not hit. If it had hit, he would have had it.
And yeah, so that said, I would say GG's to Sonic Rider.
GG's, well done, well played. You finish Vilotchild out as they work their way through AX2 as well.
GG's to Sonic Rider, who broke through. Sonic Rider was a top 32 finisher last year, so this is the furthest I think Rider has made in the tournament. So I'm sure he's quite proud of himself.
Yeah,
much deserved.
And make sure, everybody, if you are not following these racers, please make sure and go follow them. Amber, Turix, Vilotchild, Sonic Rider. Go make sure you give them a follow. Give them some love. All the work and prep and practice they've been putting in to be ready for this tournament. They definitely deserve it. And if you are not following our lovely, amazing Roro Maniac, make sure you drop him.
Oh no, don't follow me. It's you can just watch. It's okay. Consider donating though.
Fair enough. Yeah. Help Project Hope out.
No, I appreciate I'll send you the Venmo bill for that advertisement later, but I'll make sure send me the invoice. I gotta pay that, but yeah, no. If you are willing and able, we're about to have a giveaway from Square Enix. We're gonna be giving away a copy of Cage 1.5, 2.5 on PC. So if you're interested in potentially getting that, please consider donating to Project Hope's Ukraine Fund. All funds do not go to any ongoing violence and only go to help the refugees who are either stuck in Ukraine or have fled but left everything behind. So, again, if you're willing and able, you're eligible for a copy of KH 1.5, 2.5, and you're doing it for a great cause.
Also, thank you, Turix. What a wonderful response. Getting Advil sponsored instead of a follow.
Listen, if Advil wants to sponsor us for Fresh Faces 3, I won't say no.
Oh, Fresh Faces 3 confirmed?
Mm-mm.
Okay.  'Kay.
None of that. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet
All right, watching Violet Child work their way. Oh no! Those creeping vines are the absolute worst. Sometimes they just hit you, and there's nothing you could do about it. They are the most mean.
Are we done here? Don't blame them.
Would not blame them either.
Might have just looked at the race time during that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have it pulled up, so I can't tell. But
it was indeed a very, very, very close race. Yeah.
Looks like they are done. And unfortunately, yeah, I don't blame them. Getting hit by that vine is super tilting. I've tilted off the face of the planet from it before.
But anyways, GG's to both of these racers. Very solid race altogether. There's really not a lot you can really say about these two racers, in terms of what they could do better. They played very well in this end. They are both very solid racers, and unfortunately, only one of them has to win. Not
a single play that I saw that warranted a mistake label. It's just one person pushed the right world a minute before the other, and that's all. The only difference that's what made the difference.
That literally can happen. That's just unfortunate onto that end.
Yeah, and it happens. Although I will say, your theory of a 6 is wrong, Callet. That 100 acre was bait.
Yeah, holy cow.
The theory only applies to STT.
I mean, the 6 and bait is really what's been really interesting. We had Drive 6, it was bait. We had Bee's Castle, Hollow Bastion. We had one world with 3 6s, and all of them were bait. Here's another example where a world that is a 6 without reports in it, somehow not having a single proof. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, then again, we also have I don't know if you could call it a world, more I guess you'd call it a hub world, where we get a proof randomly out of all the checks it could have been. So,
two very wild seeds to make up our Thursday. What we lost in quantity of seeds in a single day, we gained in absurdity.
Yes.
These are quality seeds. We've seen everything here. We've seen a lot of content push. We've seen aquamarine rings sold. We've seen proof of healing. We've seen a lot of good stuff here.
We pulled out all the absurdity and all memes.
Indeed.
Randomizer Brazil is joining us for our lovely giveaway. So in order to get that underway, do want to give the commentators a massive thank you for joining me today, and not just for that, but also for all their hard work behind the scenes. They are indeed two TOs who have been instrumental into making this production work. I want to give them a second to talk about themselves in alphabetical order. So Dark, we're starting with you.
All right. Hi, I'm Dark. I play games. I do stream fairly often, oftentimes with my girlfriend, Becca. But I also do solo stuff, and I do a lot of variety. I want to get back to getting through some old GameCube games and such, but you'll see me doing anything from Kingdom Hearts. Probably also see a lot of streams with the one and only Mr. Callet11, because there's a Valentine's tourney coming up. Yes,
we're
Becca,
gunning
my
for
girlfriend
cutest
is Becca.
couple. Let's go.
Yes, we got to get that cutest couple. So, yeah.
I wonder what Becca will think about the two of you being the cutest couple instead of you and Becca. But I'll it's not my job to.
I'm sorry, she has not played Kingdom Hearts yet.
So neither did Donjon.
No. Okay, I'll say this. There's a thing. When I start playing through Spyro, she's starting to play through Kingdom Hearts. That's how this is working.
Hey, Spyro is great. Don't knock on the dragon.
But yes, so you'll see me playing Kingdom Hearts and other stuff with her, and you'll see a lot of people making. Honestly, if you want to show up and make fun of me, that's 90% of my stream is making fun of me. So, and I love it.
Beautiful. All right, Cal, you're up.
Well, nothing much to say on my end. I don't stream a lot, so I wouldn't say, I would definitely say don't follow me. I really only stream for tournaments because they've just been fun. Also, we'll say my first tournament was, I don't know if it's been close to a year or a little over a year, with Fresh Faces 1. So, me being a TO here, I just wanted to kind of get back onto the tournament that I kind of got one of my starts in, or basically my start in on, doing tournaments and races a bit more competitively. I don't think I've gotten any. I feel like I'm still pretty bad at the game, but whatever.
No, you had a massive glow up, and keep in mind, Fresh Faces 1 was actually less than a year ago. It was like 9, maybe 10 months ago.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if it was less. I know
April Fool's Day was the first qualifier.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to remember if it was like what month it was. That was all. But no, I mean, just enjoy doing these tournaments whenever they show up. Kind of just doing a break myself on tourneys though, so minus maybe the Valentine's Day tourney. But yeah, just taking a short break before any other big tournaments kind of happen.
And I'm sure we'll have many of them to come. So they will be still running by when you come back from your much-deserved break.
Well, it's just kind of like a half break kind of deal. Like, I just don't do anything that doesn't interest me.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
Well, and also thank you to Roro, of all people, for...
Yes.
I don't think you get enough thanks for putting this together. And yes, you say we do a lot of work. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not know how many nights this man has been up, how many calls he has been in, how much effort he has put in between all the different chats, all the different asyncs, all the different restreams and everything, and the incentives. This man puts in more work than you know and deserves an instrumental amount of praise for everything he has done to set this up.
I will. Okay, I'm going to put one thing here. You still deserve credit for getting a lot of like newer like runners to be just continuing on just even past. Like, this is basically giving for many people, like even just from FF1, this was like our first like actual competitive setting without having to worry about whether there are top end runners are here. You still deserve a lot more praise than you think you deserve.
Oh, don't inflate my ego too much. It's already too high as it is.
Yeah, well,
but I appreciate the kind
Walkie
words.
gets to deal with most of it at that point, so yeah, that's fine.
I think AB Baby's comment sums it up well.
Yes.
AB Baby has been a long-time friend of the stream, so, but yeah. I appreciate all the kind words, guys. But with that, we have a copy of KH 1.5 2.5 to give away. So commentators, go get your dinner, take your break. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.